Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
I heard the door open to my bedroom and a man was in my room.
A woman home alone finds herself facing an intruder, how she's now appealing for more vigilance. It's not just any old race, it's a race in the sky. We'll show you how birds of prey took flight. The meetings at the Vatican have concluded, leaving more questions than answers. Why Catholic leaders are divided within the church.
Broadcasting live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News at 10 on KVFX Fox 50. Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
It's been weeks since a Virginia girl has gone missing. We'll show you the heartbreaking message her family has. A fiery crash near Tattoo, what authorities say happened. Diversity in Kern County, how the Celtic culture was celebrated today.
Broadcasting live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News at 10 on KVFX Fox 58. Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
Another ISIS beheading, who the terrorist group killed and who they are threatening to kill now.
Ebola preparedness, what one police department is doing and why others could soon follow suit.
And cancer fighter, how one courageous local boy is in the battle of his life and how the community is coming together to help.
Broadcasting live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News at 10 on KVFX Fox 58. Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
Cold cases, will take a look at some of Bakersfield's unsolved mysteries.
The first Ebola patient in the U.S. has been identified. We'll tell you more about who he is.
And a local woman finds water leaking from the streets, why she says the water company's response wasn't enough.
Broadcasting live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News at 10 on KVFX Fox 58. Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
A Texas nurse has tested positive for Ebola, why officials are unsure how she got sick. Something people do every day causes a tragedy. Find out what one woman was doing when she was hit by a train. Criminal charges on toxic fumes have been thrown out. Why one Arvin family wants community recycling to be held accountable.
This is KVAK Eyewitness News. Now, breaking news.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for your Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Mimi Alcala. We start with breaking news right now. Kern County Sheriff's homicide detectives are heading to the 38,000 block of Comanche Point Road. That's where at least one person has been shot. We have a crew headed there and we'll keep you posted as we learn more.
Investigations, alerts, breaking news.
Vice presidential visit when Joe Biden arrives in Bakersfield and what he plans on doing.
Congressional debate, David Valadao and Amanda Renteria. What are the issues behind tomorrow night's key political showdown?
And same-sex ruling, the historic decision and surprising decision by the U.S. Supreme Court.
Broadcasting live in high definition. This is Eyewitness News at 10 on KVFX Fox 58.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Courtney Bryant.
I'm Kurt Rivera. Vice President Joe Biden scheduled to be here in Bakersfield tomorrow.
In less than 24 hours, he'll be at the Icardo Center at CSUB. Reporter Kendall Nunley was there to see the preparations.
Join the ranks of the world's most prosperous.
The countdown is on and the final preparations are in order, as the vice president is set to come to town Tuesday in support of congressional candidate Amanda Renteria in the race for the 21st district seat against incumbent David Valadao.
We do have a Secret Service here. We've had Secret Service on campus since the announcement was made.
The rally will be at Cal State Bakersfield, a big day for the campus.
Obviously, having the vice president visit the campus is quite an honor.
CSUB spokesperson Irma Cervantes wants to remind everyone that even though thousands of tickets were given away for the rally, attendance is not guaranteed.
Because we are at a limited capacity. So really, if you have a ticket, you still need to come early and get in line.
Cervantes also says Tuesdays are typically the busiest day of the week for Cal State, and this Tuesday, things will be even more crowded.
We're adding additional parking in the north side of campus on grassy areas for students because we're going to be opening up up the parking here on the south side of campus, right by the Icardo Center, to the public for the event.
CSUB says aside from parking, things will be normal. No on-campus road closures have been scheduled, but the school will be packed to capacity.
The parking is limited and it is on a first-come, first-served basis, so although we are making arrangements, we only have a limited amount of parking, so people may have to park across at the marketplace.
And tomorrow's rally starts at 1 o'clock. Organizers suggest getting there early to find parking. They also say the rally is expected to last about 2 hours.
Eyewitness News has profiled candidates running for California's 21st congressional district seat in the past couple days. With the debate just a day away, we had a chance to speak with the candidates about the issues they're focused on. Reporter Anthony Bailey hit the streets to find out what issues were important to you.
I contacted David Valadao.
Amanda helped write the farm bill.
Well, you've probably seen the commercials attempting to strike a chord with you by expressing what they feel is important to you. Attempts to get your votes by presenting big ideas to fix our big problems.
We've got to have comprehensive immigration reform, period.
We've got a real difficult situation in the Valley because we have a lot of people who are struggling because they are currently undocumented.
From solving the immigration problem to finding a fix for the state's drought.
The legislation that is in place, the law that is in place today, is what is preventing us from using what water we do have.
We've got to have surface storage, we've got to have recycling technologies. We've got to be the center of water efficiency in our ag industry.
It's a topic that seemed to strike a nerve with many we talked to.
This area is in dire need of water. We got farmers that are letting crops die. We're losing our economy as far as the farming community goes.
Residents like Chio Gonzalez even offered up their own solutions.
They bring oil from Texas, some big pipes over here. Why can't they bring all that water that's rained out there in the east?
Funding for education also surfaced as a rather contentious issue.
Get more teachers so that there's more one-on-one time with each kid.
Too much is spent on education. More money is not it, because it doesn't go to the kids.
A range of issues requiring great vision and a plan that both candidates hope to lay out as the way forward.
Quit playing politics and get the job done.
And remember, both candidates will be live on stage for the Eyewitness News candidate debate. That is tomorrow night.
The key congressional debate tomorrow will be moderated by Mark Hyman. Hyman has done 56 debates in town halls across the country so far. He says the issues facing Kern County and the Central Valley make this race very interesting.
You look at issues, infrastructure issues, such as the high-speed rail. What's the impact on that? Is there value for the Central Valley? Does it take away from some of the attention that should be focused in the Central Valley? And of course, the same issues that everybody else in America is concerned with. Jobs, the economy, education, certainly immigration is an important issue. So a lot of issues that are specific, not just to the Central Valley, but also some of the same issues we see across the nation. These are all coming to play in what is a very interesting race.
And of course, remember, tomorrow Eyewitness News will host that debate between Valadao and his challenger Amanda Renteria. We will air it live on KVAK, our sister station from Cal State Bakersfield. Coverage starts at 5:30. Miles?
And Courtney, no doubt a hot debate, and it will be a hot time in the Old Town tomorrow because we're going to be right back up into the mid-90s just like we were today. Right now it's 78 outside with an air quality index almost matching that at 77. Winds right now are light out of the south, and we've got a rising barometer at 29.94, and we'll just go over here and take a look at what else we have. Hope you can see it there. Temperatures in the 70s across the South Valley, and in the mountains right now we're in the 50s in Tehachapi, over at Pine Mountain Club 53, and 64 degrees up in the Fraser Park area. It's 78 in Bakersfield, 50s along the coast, though. In fact, we've got some pretty high humidity along the coast. What a change from just a few days ago. A dense fog advisory for the San Luis Obispo area tonight. Meanwhile, not nearly as foggy here. In fact, no fog at all. 24% humidity. The moon is big and bright out there. It's a beautiful evening, and you can see down to the south some clouds. That's around a tropical storm, which is going to stay to our south and east. Temperatures tonight will be dropping through the 70s. We'll get down to about 63 degrees first thing in the morning and up to 88 by noon tomorrow, up into the 90s before the day's out. And in the Kern County mountains, moonlit and cool. Temperatures in the 50s will drop into the 40s tonight, and then tomorrow get up to around 82 degrees by noon. Not a bad day. Full forecast in just a few minutes. Kurt and Courtney, back to you.
Right, thanks, Miles. New at 10, the Kern High School District continues to come under fire for allegedly discriminating against minority students when it comes to expulsions and suspensions. Eyewitness News reporter Jose Gaspar here with the latest on the ongoing controversy. Jose?
Kurt, several community groups have been claiming that minority students are being disproportionately expelled and suspended in the Kern High School District, and they want the district to address this issue. The Dolores Huerta Foundation is asking Kern High School District to provide funding for an external consultant to conduct an analysis of district data, policies, and practices of student disciplinary measures, as well as to agree to having an oversight committee that will implement these and other measures as well. The Dolores Huerta Foundation claims that Black and Hispanic students more often are expelled, suspended, or given involuntary transfers when compared to white students.
Namely, some of our concerns remain that the suspension rate is still 3 times the state average, that 16.8% of the student body was suspended last year, and that thousands of students are still funneled through the involuntary transfer system.
We also are concerned, and we have done quite a bit in this area.
The Kern High School District claims it has significantly reduced its expulsion and suspension rate by as much as 37% in a 2-year period. But even some board members appear to be surprised by that claim, saying it just appears to be too dramatic. Courtney?
Thanks, Jose. A man's body was found yesterday in a recycling bin in a South Bakersfield alley. Tonight, his family pleads for answers. Eyewitness News reporter Carol Ferguson has today's developments.
Not good. It's really bad. I mean, because that was my mom's baby. That's my brother. I mean, I still can't believe he's gone. Now I'm by myself. My heart's just taken away from me.
Jose Moreno is Efren Estrada's brother. The family lives 4 blocks from where he was found.
I know he was messing up somewhere. I mean, and some people came and told me that somebody was after him, and I don't know who.
The body was discovered Sunday morning in the blue bin.
I just walked around the corner and saw it sitting there. I didn't look at it.
Neighbor Bill Boyer says that was Saturday evening. It was outside the wooden fence.
The trash can was sitting there, and, you know, I thought it's a strange place for it to sit.
It's kind of, scary and, make you wonder, what else is happening there.
Neighbor Tony Suzutek and others say they often see homeless people in the alley.
That's the alley that he walks through at nighttime.
The brother says Estrada used the alley a lot. The last time they saw him was very early Friday morning. And what they've heard now?
He wasn't shot or dead, stabbed. He was beat to death.
So far, Bakersfield police aren't releasing details about the death or investigation.
I do believe it's somebody he knew. They know him, because it's just where it happened at.
Moreno says the family needs to know what happened.
My brother, he wasn't a bad person.
They hope someone comes forward with information.
He don't deserve that happen to him. So I'm asking you, just please come let me know something.
And if you have any information, you can call Bakersfield Police. The autopsy is now scheduled for tomorrow.
A man found shot to death east of Bakersfield identified. 35-year-old Oscar Perez found dead on the east shoulder of Tower Line Road, just north of Highway 58 Saturday morning. Deputies say he had gunshot wounds to his face, torso, and back. He was transported to Kern Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. Anyone with information asked to contact the Sheriff's Office at 861-3110.
One person is dead after a crash this morning. It happened around 7:30 on Highway 99 north of Highway 46. A pickup truck was going north on 99 when the driver lost control and the car went off the highway into a canal ditch. CHP officers say the driver was a Hispanic man, likely in his 20s. They say he was wearing his seatbelt. The cause of the crash is under investigation.
It's flu season again, and Kern County officials want you to be ready for it. Health officials say over 20 people died from the flu in Kern County last year, and over 100 were hospitalized. They say more than 95% of the people hospitalized did not get their flu shots. Health experts say the time is now to get vaccinated.
It takes about 1 month to get the best result of protection from the flu vaccine. So if they get their vaccination tomorrow or the next day, by mid-November, they'll have very good protection.
Just like last year, the Public Health Department wants to remind you of the 3 C's of flu prevention: clean your hands, cover your cough, and contain your illness. Historic ruling, what our nation's high court decided regarding same-sex marriage.
Raising the flag, what ISIS militants are claiming and how close they are to taking hold of a key Syrian city.
And Ebola fears, how the latest American Ebola patients are doing and what actions the president wants to take.
78 degrees right now, but it's much cooler along the coast. This is the beginning of a change. We're actually seeing some fog over there. We're going to change the pressure gradient so that it begins to cool down just a little, but not so much tomorrow. Later this week, the full forecast coming up.